What's happening? It's your man, the Gypsy, aka the Happy Hatter, aka Mr. Make You Smile. Back in the building. Yo, what it do? Hey man, listen. Been away for a while. Been a little busy doing the coaching thing. Season over. Had a pretty good season. Got a lot of work to do. We're gonna get that done though. But hey, I missed y'all, but I'm back in the building to give my opinion on things. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? So here we go. First thing, we're gonna kick this thing off. It's been a while, so there's a lot of things, a lot of different things I had to pull from. Okay, so I'm wearing this Astros hat. You know what I'm saying? I usually wear a hat to try to. I usually throw one of them topics out there. So the Astros hat is for the Astros. Okay, are the Astros in trouble about this stealing signs thing? Now, okay, my personal opinion on that. I'm not a baseball player, so I mean, yeah, they won, they stole the signs, but I'm not really fully understanding, like, how were they stealing the signs? Were they on the phone in your dugout? Stuff like that. Because if the guy's on second base, this is how I see it. The guy on second base, and you know the sign where whatever this is means inside fastball, and you relay it to the batter. I think that's fair game. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not a baseball player, so a lot of teams have taken offense to this, and I guess baseball is expecting some major blowback behind this sign stealing thing. And I think it's you can be upset about it, but you can't go back and change anything. You know what I'm saying? So now, I think this is a situation where you might have to, go ahead and try to punish him. Do all the punishing you can do. If this is frowned upon the game, do all the punishing you can do. But don't take it out on the guys that's there now that didn't have nothing to do with it. Punish those guys that was doing it. I think the one guy, I think he pitches for the A's or somebody now, he's the one that let the cat out of the bag. And David Ortiz called him a snitch. But punish the guys that are doing it now. I mean, that did it. Don't punish those guys if a guy just signed to the Astros, which I'm sure he won't, but I guess, baseball, they'll throw the ball at you and stuff like that. So, hopefully this thing doesn't get ugly this year. Baseball kicks off in April. Let's hope things don't get ugly, towards the Astros. I think already the preseason, they've had to take signs from fans banging on the seats and all kinds of crazy stuff, crazy madness. But let's not, let's try to have a good baseball season and just try to move on from. This is one thing you need to punish the people involved, but we need to move on from that. Just my opinion. All right, next thing. Okay, so during the season, Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph had an altercation where Myles Garrett hit Mason Rudolph with a helmet, so he was suspended for the rest of the year, pretty much about 6 games, I think it was. So now the story is resurfacing again, saying that Myles is sticking to saying that Mason used the N-word. So now Mason is coming back saying, "Look, I never said that. You're assassinating my character. I might have to do something about that." And Mike Tomlin has also stepped in and said something about about this whole situation, saying that there's no way that Mason said this. And now the strange thing to me is that the NFL has mics on the field, right? They have mics on the field, but they shut off. I guess they automatically cut off when the play starts. Like, why? Record everything. If you go record it in basketball, they got the mics on. The mics is on. You out there talking trash, you hear it all. So, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation again. But, again, I'm gonna give my opinion. If I'm Mason Rudolph and I did not say this, oh yeah, we got to. I mean, it's gonna be hard to prove though. But I think that more people didn't hear Mason Rudolph say this than heard what Myles Garrett heard. So, you had other guys on the field, and None of the other Browns players have said they heard him say it. Although he was surrounded by Steelers at the time when the fight went down. But if I'm Mason Rudolph, man, and I didn't say this, and you're assassinating my character, then we might have to go see a courtroom or something. Something's got to be done because that's a very dangerous word nowadays that doesn't need to be used in our vocabulary. All right. On to the next thing. John Beilein signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers at the beginning of the year. Came from Michigan. And he's already basically resigned. So, hey, listen, the NBA is no joke. It's no joke. You got to deal with a lot of different egos. But I think what got him in trouble, what got Beilein in trouble was they were watching video and he said something where to the effect of you playing like a bunch of thugs or something like that. So, again, this is 2020. This is not, 1980 where you could say certain things and things roll off your back. People are more sensitive now. So to say that, some people might take it a different kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So I can remember getting yelled at, fussed at, cussed at. Never took it personal. But now things are taken a little more personal. Even on the high school level where I coach now, you got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you say to these kids because they take it personal, and that won't be good. But Beilein has already resigned. I thought it was a pretty good hire because I think Beilein is a good coach. But some coaches are just meant to coach in college. Some guys are meant for the pros. Rick Pitino, one example, great college coach. Went to the pros, didn't have that same success, went back to college, won a national championship. John Calipari, another one. Doing good in college, I think he was at UMass. Left, came to the pro. I was playing at the time, so he came to the pros, came to the New Jersey Nets, I believe it was. Did not have success. Went back to college, and now has won, he's been getting players left and right at Kentucky, won a national championship, been to many Final Fours, but he's had more success in college. The same thing could be for John Beilein. I mean, you could be just a great college coach, and that's okay. The pros is not for everyone. Coach K is one guy that, has been flirting with the pros. I'm sure he's thought about it, but you know what? The situation is so good over here over Duke. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the stress of the NBA. I don't need that. So I'll go coach him in the Olympics, and I'm good. So, Beilein, he's been reassigned to something else. So they're basically giving him a job to do to make him work for his money, I guess you could say. But yeah, I still think Beilein's a good coach. Just he might be better suited for college. All right, on to the next thing, the new NFL CBA, right? So the owners have proposed this deal where they'll play 17 games, they'll get a bigger piece of the pie, they'll tone down the testing for the marijuana THC, which I think is for guys that have to use it medically, because there are some guys that have to use it medically for pain and just being able to cope. And I get that. So so these are a couple of things that they've thrown in the agreement. So I guess they are voting on it down at the combine. The players are going to vote on it. My personal opinion. Okay, this is my thing. 17 games is cool. How about we guarantee some contracts? How about we guarantee them contracts? Because right now, I have an NFL friend that I talk to. And right now, the quarterbacks are the ones, they get the guarantee. They'll sign a $90 million deal with 60 up front. You know what I'm saying? So the quarterbacks are the ones that get most of the guaranteed money. I think a few wide receivers have signed here lately that have gotten some good money. I think Julio Jones was one that's gotten pretty good money. Some running backs have signed here lately. But how about guaranteed contracts? I mean, how about throw the guaranteed contracts in? Yeah, you can get 18 games if we can get guaranteed contracts. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. I do not think it'll be a lockout. I have not watched that XFL yet, but the XFL is coming along at the right time. I heard it was pretty good, but I do not think the NFL will lock out. I think the gravy train is rolling now. You don't want to have that setback. Things are going good, so I think they'll come to a common ground and something to be done. To help the CBA move forward. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about is more of a question. Anybody out there watching? Is Dwight Howard a Hall of Famer? What do you say? I say he is. I say he got Hall of Fame numbers. There are guys in the Hall of Fame with less stats than him. I think Dwight Howard's a Hall of Famer. But it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. But I think Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer. That's my opinion. So if you got a comment, go ahead and drop it. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm back. I'm gonna try to get on about 3 times a week. There's a lot of stuff I need to talk about that I've been writing down in my absence that I need to, just give my opinion on. But anyway, hey man, y'all have a blessed day. Coming from your man, the Gypsy, AKA the Happy Hatter, AKA Mr. Make You Smile, AKA the one and only Chucky B. That's me, Chucky Brown, signing out. Peace.